It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, October 14th, 2019. It's 7 a.m.
Not as cold as I thought it was going to be this morning.
It's nice.
No,
Yeah,
this is much more bearable than the past couple of mornings.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad at all.
I mean,
Not as foggy either.
Really? Yeah,
No.
No, not as bad. Yesterday was tough coming into church.
Yeah.
When I pulled out to pull on the 62, it was like, okay, let's see what happens. I mean, it was rough.
Wow. Anyway, how's everybody at this end?
We're here.
We're here. We're alive.
Everybody had a
That's
good
a good
weekend?
sign.
Busy?
Busy weekend.
Beautiful
but
weather,
yeah.
though. My goodness, just simply spectacular weather. I mean, wonderful weather. Love it.
We had
I look forward to the fall colors.
turkey trot was great.
Yeah.
People turned out for that, and the weather helped, tremendously with that. Once the sun started to come out, it really got nice.
I messed up on my time, and I'm headed to Fayetteville
Ah,
Saturday.
yeah, that would.
And, yeah, came right through when they had everything shut down and had to jump over, cut up. But we made it around there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Bob Zdora, Bob Rector-Walt, and Scooter Callis today. And it's brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you right here in Mountain Home. We have Baxter Regional Lobby. We have 62 East Plaza. And what am I missing here? Balmer Boulevard.
Balmer
of course.
Boulevard.
Yeah, coming up. It's on
Lined up there in a
be
minute or
lined
two.
up, yeah.
Yep.
Getting ready for the morning coffee, Monday morning coffee. That's a special blend.
Well, it's good to be lined up, but they'll still get them all through and on time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah, you'll
You
do
can
it.
tell it's fall. You top the hill there by the new Chamber of Commerce building, and you smell the pumpkin spice.
There you go.
I think they now have pumpkin spice motor oil. I saw it.
Just about.
I sent that to a couple of friends. Anyway, Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job. Great coffee, great blends, whatever you want, they've got it. So check them out. 3 locations to serve you right here in Mountain Home. Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, Brad. Anybody there is going to be able to help you or lead you in the right direction. Pre-planning, emergency passing of somebody, whatever it may be, they can help. They know what they're doing. Roller Funeral Homes with 29 in the state of Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. Just very professional, caring, loving, and they'll get the job done for you. They'll take a big burden away. They really will.
Yep.
That's a big job. So,
Yes, it is.
Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, one thing that makes our communities a great place to live is because of all the volunteers that help in various ways. Right here in our own town, many volunteers help at the hospital, the schools, and even the library, and I'm sure there's many other places that we don't know about. These volunteers give their time to help others, and we're grateful for this unselfishness of these volunteers that work in these area places. I pray you bless their efforts and the work they do. They volunteer for free to help those in need. Bless their efforts, Lord, is my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Brace
dun,
yourself.
dun, dun.
Wow.
A little
Tell me,
off
dudes,
there.
he's getting it. He's getting it.
I think it
good.
cleared my sinuses a bit.
I like this.
The weather.
I like this.
Brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire2Arkansas.net.
Okay, here's the bet. Foggy,
Clear.
or can we see it? Clear?
A little
Bob?
mixed, because I could see the moon really, really well, but I think the fog was coming up from the river.
And Bob Rector-Walt,
Yeah, clear.
clear?
Oh.
Wasn't expecting that.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait,
I can
whoa.
see trees.
Well, here we
You
go.
didn't
Here we
say
go.
how far out.
That's right.
We can see trees
That's
up
right.
to the
I think you're a
lose.
winner.
What?
We win.
I think that's a winner.
That is grasping for straws right there.
Yeah, okay. And?
The downside to the argument.
Well,
As the man sitting over with the monitor, knowing what it is already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, he,
Well, I
yeah,
wasn't
he
betting.
did. He
I
didn't,
wasn't.
but he did. Yeah.
well, the river's under there somewhere.
Here's the
That's what it should look like. Well, that's January, but
It's
you
been
know.
tough the past, just
Well, I tell
change
you.
the seasons.
lot of fog.
Well, we'll check on it maybe about 20, 30 minutes if the
Yep.
fog is lifted. Anyway, morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. For all your real estate needs, Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793.
We have to get that
Retired.
fixed.
Huh?
We have to get that fixed.
I know. Just that's what happens when you take the dog outside and you didn't wear a jacket and your hair is wet, you know?
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it'll do it. Anyway. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora. Check them out at retiretoarkansas.net. We'll get to This Week in Real Estate here in just a few minutes. Right now, 43 degrees in Mountain Home, 39 in Flippin, 42 at Harrison, 39 in Yellowville, 42 in Salem, 43 at Calico Rock, 39 at Mountain View. Around the region, St. Louis is at 43, Poplar Bluff at 40, West Plains 42, 41 in Branson, 27 in Watford City, North Dakota. Whew, cold.
Is he back over there now? Or?
Yep, he's there now.
Okay.
Yep,
That's
just
what I
got up
thought.
there, yep. And we always have
There
to
it
wait for
goes.
this to refresh. No matter how many times I reset it, I got to refresh it when we go live on the camera with it. So we have some shower activity in Texas, Louisiana, maybe a little bit in New Mexico. Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois seem to be clear right now, along with Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. All highways in Arkansas are clear right now, 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65, Little Rock, Branson, 67, 167, going from Little Rock into Batesville and Poplar Bluff. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. In Missouri, I-44, I-70, 55 going into St. Louis, and I-64 east out of East St. Louis towards Mount Vernon in good shape. I-70, Vandalia, Effingham, and looks like everything's in good shape right there. Not bad at all.
That is not much moisture when you look at countrywide.
No, there's not.
No.
We'll zoom farther out.
You
A little
know?
bit up in New York.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Up
nothing.
into Canada and off the coast of Boston and New York. That's about it. Yeah, a little bit in Montana right there. Look there.
Put that in motion. Let's say, is it headed up northeast or is it
Good
just?
question. Going straight east.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, that wild. Not much going on right now in
Good.
the country.
It's
So
gonna be a nice sunny day.
it's going to be a nice, beautiful day. Well, let's see. Watches and warnings. We have some frost advisories in Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan. A little bit of fog in northeast Arkansas, western Tennessee, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. And other than that, we're in pretty good shape right there. 7-day forecast for today. A high of 73, beautiful sunshiny skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 54. That's not a bad
Well, it's
low.
not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow, it's saying 20 to 70% chance of showers tomorrow with a high of 74. Then Tuesday night, 40% with a low of 44. Wednesday will only warm up to 60 degrees with a low of 39. Thursday, high of 65, low of 46. And Friday, we're back up to 70 degrees. And so, it should be nice. Wonder what they're calling for Saturday.
They couldn't. They could be happy
Yeah.
with Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was thinking noon, but
Yeah.
Be happy with your name correct.
Well, let's see
allergy
Saturday. Sure, let's see
sufferers.
20 years from now, okay? Yeah.
Why not?
Today, a 2.9 ragweed is your culprit. Tomorrow, 1.1. The allergy season's about over, we hope. So, other than that, anyway, checking iDrive Arkansas. No emergencies or anything going on in the state. There's no rain, no snow, nothing like that. Same thing in Missouri. Everything's in good shape. They're still working on Highway 142. They should wrap that up.
They're working on 65 going,
Are they?
yeah, before you get to Clinton. It's down to like one lane and they're alternating people back and forth. This could be great when they get that done. It's just a process of getting it done because
Yeah.
I got caught up in it going to Little Rock on Thursday.
Really? State of Missouri looks like it's in pretty good shape too. So, we got a little, what's that little flood watch box right there? Route Y is closed westbound due to flooding. I did not know that. That's, well, that has to refresh. That's just a little bit north of Gainesville, northwest of Gainesville, looks like. Anyway, before you travel, check iDrive Arkansas and check Missouri Department of Transportation. On the iDrive Arkansas page, you can check your border states of Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Very helpful. And so, morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793. Retiretoarkansas.net. We'll be getting to This Week in Real Estate here in just a minute. Time for community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
Today is Monday, and that's chicken fried steak day all day long. You got chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit, and gravy or toast, all for only $6.88. Or for lunch, you can get the chicken fried steak along with 2 sides and a roll of cornbread, also only $6.88. So, great meal, great price. They've got homemade pies, cobbler. Go in there, grab you a cup of coffee, chill back, and enjoy life a little bit. Kind of take it easy, enjoy your meal, and
I stopped by one day last week about 1:15, got a cherry cobbler and some coffee, and people at the other table were. Then they walked over. What is that?
What is that?
Cherry cobbler. I want one. I think I sold 2 that day.
yeah, you see one, you want one.
That is true.
Oh,
That is true.
Bakersfield, Missouri FFA Labor Auction and Chili Cook-Off, October 15th at 8 a.m. Bakersfield School Cafeteria, 357 State Highway O in Bakersfield, Missouri. Chili Cook-Off dinner served with labor auction to follow. Good to hear from Bakersfield.
There you go.
Yep. The Audubon Society meeting is today from 1 to 2. The Audubon Society, North Central Arkansas, set for 1 o'clock. And it's at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church at 511 Coley Drive. That's just back over here a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
And today's speaker will be Steve Blumricks, president of Friends of the North Fork and White Rivers. He'll give a presentation on recently completed Middle White River Watershed Management Plan. For more information on this activity, 430-5335.
You also got Calico Rock and that Halloween escape room.
Yeah, that's on it. I haven't printed that out.
Oh, okay.
It's on it. I can't get all the information on that. Let me see. Can you pull that up?
Yeah, it was an email. I will pull it up. I do know the 8th and 9th grade football team, Bomber football team, will be traveling tomorrow down to Little Rock Christian to compete against El Dorado. So that's going to be a tough game. That's
Yep.
long drive tomorrow, but that's where
Yeah.
they're
Where they
headed
going
down
to?
to. El Dorado.
They're driving to El Dorado?
Well,
they'll
they're
play at
Little Rock Christian.
Okay, yeah.
We've got 7th grade tonight and the JV tonight against Harrison. Starts at 5 o'clock. This is homecoming week.
Yeah,
so
that's
if
right.
you're driving around and you see these kids dressed strangely, yes, they are going to school, but they have different things all week. There'll be a parade, I think, is Wednesday. Starts a normal parade route, runs to the square, doesn't run all the way to Guyberry, but it runs to the square. They'll have a big pep rally at the square. I think that it's going to be Friday, I'm sure. It has to be because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to have it on Wednesday. Other than that, it's a pretty normal week.
Yeah, I found this on the Calico Rock Museum presents Honor of the Veterans Saturday, November 9th through Saturday, November 16th, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30. Library of Congress recordings of veterans stories, POWMIA empty table presentations, service dog training demos, flag folding, wall of honor with veterans photos and stories, professional veterans assistance available. This is Saturday, November 9th, 10 a.m. Veterans Day. They have a 50-50 poker ride Saturday, November 16th, 10 a.m. Veterans Memorial Park rededication at the Calico Rock VFW. For more information, 297-6100. Takes place at the Calico Rock Museum, 104 Main Street in Calico Rock.
Calico Rock Museum also dares you to visit the escape room.
Ooh.
Terror reigns in the science lab. A super zombie virus has infected the scientists. It'll run every hour. The groups have to search for the antidote to get out. It'll be pretty cool. It's Saturday, October 26th through Saturday, November 2nd. Minus Sundays. They're not going to be running on Sundays. Weekdays, their hours are going to be from 4 to 8. Saturday will be from 2 to 9. So reservations are recommended. You can call 297-6100, and it's only $10 a person or $5 for children. So that's awesome.
The homecoming parade is Wednesday.
Yes. Homecoming parade is.
Trunk and treat is Saturday
Yes.
at the youth center.
That'll be at the
At
youth
youth
center.
center?
Both the they will have a haunted trail going on. I know the Mountain Home Flyers and the OFA football are both going to be participating on the haunted trail to keep things scary and exciting.
Exciting. Not necessarily scary, but exciting.
You're invited to karaoke and dinner Friday, October 18th at the Van Meter Senior Center. $10 adults, $5 kids, 12 and under. Salad, chili with all the trimmings, dessert, coffee, tea, and lemonade. Fundraiser for the Van Mater Senior Center coming up on Friday, October 18th. Doors open at 5:30.
Go and sing for your supper.
You betcha. All right. 7:15, time for a break. We'll be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right product.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Rechtenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed?
And it's coming up on 7:20. Time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
She's been busy on there,
Yeah.
posting new stuff and pictures, and obviously the webcam and all the information that's on there. It's not just houses and homes to buy and things like that. There's a ton of area information that's on there. There's just a bunch of stuff that you could use for your benefit. Bios of everybody on there. Obviously, there's the business end of it, and there's the social end of it as well. So she does a great job of keeping it up, and my hat's off to her, because all of this other stuff doesn't get done without her. Believe me.
So
it's been a busy week. Yeah, I mean, we had like no weekend.
Really?
Her and Linda and Darlene were at Turkey Trot.
Yeah.
I went up there, got them set up, and then I left them, and I went out and I showed property till mid-afternoon, and then went back up to Turkey Trot and packed them back up and took them back home, and they met some great people there, and so it's a worthwhile event, and we like to participate and go out and show the flag, as I call it. We got done with that, and then yesterday we went to Missouri to pick up signs and block boxes and stuff that needed to get done, just kind of clean stuff up, because it's not like you can just run, not like Southern Meadows where you can just go and pick stuff up. You got to kind of get things organized a little bit. So we went up there, we got all that done, and then wrote an offer on a very nice home. There's some people that I had been showing. So we're sitting there last night, and it's like 5:45, and she says, "We didn't eat." So we went out and we had ice cream dinner, and that's what we did, because it was just, and even like getting up this morning was like, this can't really be Monday. Yeah, it is. Get moving. Get moving.
Forgot
Like what happened to the weekend?
It was just, I mean, it was, there was no differential there for the days. So, and we're blessed for that, and we appreciate everybody that makes those days happen for us. And but we've never been, I can honestly say we've never been too busy. I've got more signs in my garage than I would like to right now. We've had a number of properties close over the past 2 weeks. I got some signs that are looking for some new places to hang out. So if you're thinking,
Hint.
yeah, well, really, so we've been successful with those people, and it's time to be successful with you. We have properties that have expired, people thinking that, I don't really want to be on the market this time of year. If your home is properly presented and properly priced, and you're in the sweet spot for people, and it's amazing how the different sweet spots, we were looking for homes in the 400,000 or 500,000, and there weren't that many there. I mean, it was like, you would think there'd be like, oh yeah, probably 15, 20, and there weren't. People come, there's a number of people that have sold their home in other places, and they've come down here, and they need something now. Well, they may not have the moving truck with them. It's really close behind them. So you as a lister need to know what's plan B. And that's the first thing we sit down. We sit down with you and we start to talk. That's the first thing we're going to ask you. What's plan B? If I bring a buyer here tomorrow, which is not beyond the realm of possibility, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? How long is it going to take you to be out of here? And do you have someone to help you pack? People think, oh yeah, we can get all this out of here in a couple of days. No, you can't. It's it's a project, believe me. This is what we do all day, every day, and helping people to get to that spot of being able to move on is what we do. So we'll ask them, what is plan B? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? And if you're not really sure, then maybe you should hold on a little bit. Maybe you should, to just say, well, we're going to go to Florida, without having a good general idea of, you say, okay, we're going to go to Cocoa Beach, whatever. And have you been down there lately? Have you looked at real estate down there? Some people do. They think, oh, we go down there every year. We know we want to be in this part of the town. There's a resort right there. We're going to stay right there. That's great. That is your plan B. You know where you're going to go. You know about what you're going to spend, and you're going to be ready for that. To just say we're going to go to Florida, big state. with a variety of different things in it. So you need to be prepared for that. I mean, we had a gentleman who called us. We came out and we looked at his house and, okay, what's plan B? Oh, we're going to go back to where Mom used to live. Okay, that's great. Have you been there? Oh, well, it was about 15 years ago. I says, you know what? I've never been to Mom's house. It's not the same. I can guarantee you that it is not the same as it was when you left. The neighborhood has changed, for better, for worse, whatever, but it's not the same as it was. So they went out there and spent a week out there and came back and said, we're going to stay. And that's fine. But he was so appreciative that we did that for them, that we had them think that way, to realize that, okay, sell the house and then what do you do? So, because then you're in the same situation going someplace else, and you don't want to be in that way. And our market isn't the same as others. I mean, some of these other markets have price just exploded on some of these. So you want to be confident that you can go out there and buy what it is you think you're going to be able to buy at the price that you're going to get, partly from here and then from whatever else you're going to do financing-wise. But just to be prepared for that stuff, because we don't want to see you go out there, take a look, and then realize the market is so high, and you've got a contract on your house, and the Smiths are getting ready to move in. We want to avoid all that. So that's one of the things we do. I mean, we spend so much time with our people going over things and explaining things and just making sure that you're prepared for the move, as we do with buyers. I mean, it's a big process on both sides, and we want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on and what's best for them. I mean, it's very, very important.
And this is the time of year, while I was off camera, I snuck a peek at my calendar. Thanksgiving's like a month and 2 weeks away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's not far away. And, and how many times over the last 12 years have we discussed this, where the kids come down for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then, a day or two after, Mom, Dad, you've got 10 acres here and 4 bedrooms and 2 levels, and isn't this a bit much? And
we're finding Mom and Dad are getting a little more realistic with it too. I mean, we've had a number of the sales we've had this year have been people that have been out a little bit, or just more property or more house than they want to keep up, and they're they talk to their friends, and they find their friends are living in a little condo, and now she's got way more time to be able to be with her sewing club and the quilters and the church work that she does, and visiting friends, because she's not out on the back of the lawnmower and doing she says, I don't mind cutting the grass, but the trim work's starting to get to me. She's 86. I said, yeah, probably. I can understand that.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So people are realizing that the kids come in and they help. The kids generally want to take them with them. They want you to go back to where they are, wherever that may be. And those are choices that people make. But we are finding a number of people that are staying here in town because it's such a good place to be. It's hard to look at what we have here and try to duplicate that someplace else, and you just can't. You can't. So if you're thinking about it's getting a little big, and when the leaves start coming down and you're like, oh my God, give us a call. You can call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. And you see me here every week. You hear us on the radio, all the different things, that print ads and all the things that we do. And people say, oh, I saw your ads. But I called Joe Blow for, you got friends. You got friends that are looking to buy, sell, upsize, downsize. Give us a call. We're at 870-405-0793. Take a look at the website, and it'll give you an idea of how we present our houses, because that's really so important, is the presentation of those houses.
Let's look at some numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 47 new listings came on, 6 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties, 38 homes came up. They came on in a range from $67,000 to $2.2 million, which is actually a big cattle farm in Yellville, but it's really, really nice house. So if you're interested in buying a cattle farm, you can give us a call for that. 2 of those homes came on as active contingent. Mm-hmm. So the market is still, it gives you an idea of how much pressure there is on the market for people looking to buy houses, that within the 7 days that this takes, 2 of them are active contingent. 18 properties sold, 4 parcels of land, but 14 homes sold.
How many homes?
14. So it's down a little bit from last week, and we'd be expecting it. I've been waiting for this to happen. It's going to start to slow down a little bit. Homes have sold from 62,000 to 291,000. The average sale price this week was 152,000. 228 days on market, which is up a little bit from where we've been.
Wow, yeah.
So some of that I think was just catch-up stuff. But 2.1 million in residential real estate closed this past week.
That's low.
21 property. Well, it's still. Still, we're in Mount Home. Are you kidding? That's
mid-October.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I'm sorry. When you say 2.1 million, well, that's low. Well, I could have wrote a check for that.
I know there's some markets
It's down from. Well, it is. I mean, we hit that 3-4 pretty steady all year, but it's this time of year. You expect things to start to slow down a little bit, but you just don't know. There's no telling. 21 properties expired. 38 price changes. There's property in Missouri. Linda and Darlene are both listed up there. If you're looking to buy something up there, we can help you with that, and we're pretty well versed as far as being able. If you can hear me, if you can see me, we can help you out. There's currently 569 homes listed on the MLS. There's 210 in Mountain Home, 15 in Bull Shoals, 12 in Cotter, just as a kind of an example there. Year to date, there's been 866 homes have sold for $129.1 million. Average time on market this year is 136 days. The average sale price this year is $149,000. Last year, which had been a great year, there had been 843 homes that sold for $114.3 million with 149 days on market. So you can see how the days on market is really, that's a big jump in a year. Average sale price last year had been $135. So you get 23 more homes have sold this year than last year to date, and it's still going forward.
And when you pump $129 million worth of real estate money through this market, that's...
Well, yes, and it's the thing. It's all the other things that go with it. All the extra
Paint, carpet,
restaurant
wallpaper.
tabs, all the paint, carpet, cabinetry, all of the things that go on, all of the life things that go on in changing your life in the churches and the schools and everything else. I mean, real estate is a driving engine for the economy. There's no doubt about that, and we're proud and happy to be part of it, and with your help and your assistance, and we appreciate that. We do.
And for those that
and don't really quick. Don't get your real estate advice from your hairdresser or the guy across. When you go to Old Time and you're sitting there and you're talking, and the guy.
Old Time, that's different.
That's true. Well, you can believe them there. The stories that you hear are kind of like, really? And you should think about it. And when you listen to that story, before you tell it again, go, that just doesn't sound right. So. Get your real estate advice from somebody who has some knowledge.
Everybody knows I grew up in suburbs of St. Louis on the Illinois side, and they're getting ready to retire.
Well,
and so what would you say to folks like St. Louis area?
Folks that are thinking, and throughout everywhere, if you're thinking about retiring and you're going to do it in the next couple of years, I would tell you to start looking, and maybe... the economy's really good right now. Loan rates are really good right now. If you're working, you're in a much better position to purchase than you are when you retire. Once you retire, your income is going to change, and your lifestyle is going to change. So if you want to keep that in mind when you're looking to buy something. But as far as getting financing and things like that, now is really the time you want to do that. That's what we did. Linda's been down here. In fact, yesterday was our 16th anniversary of her moving down here. She came down a little ahead of me. I was still working. So when we were buying the house and everything went just swimmingly because gainfully employed, had W-2s, had good tax returns. That makes it a lot easier going forward. You really want to give that a little bit of thought. Come on down, take a look. And even if you just want to see the area, we've got little tours that we do for people that they're not sure what they want to do, and it's not necessarily a matter of, we'll see some houses. I tend not to show occupied houses because there's enough vacant houses that we can show people, and just to give them a flavor of what the housing market, what the housing stock is here, I should say.
Yeah.
And but to get kind of ahead of it instead of retiring and then just sitting there and then going, I got to get out of here because the taxes are too high where I'm at. Well, like I say, your situation has changed a little bit. So, and if you buy something and you rent it back out even, we get people that do that as well, and they're very happy and successful with it.
So there's
Works out
going to
well.
be some folks, I know some folks, St. Clair County, Union County, Illinois, they're looking to bail out, so. Phone number, location.
I can understand them bailing out. Phone number is 870-405-0793. The website is retiredtoarkansas.net. The webcam's on there. There's a bunch of information on the area here. You can send it out to your friends. These shows are on there. The links to the YouTubes, our YouTube page are on there. So if you go back and what did he say? It's on there. Captured for
posterity. What
posterity.
about the fog in the river? Did it lift yet?
Yeah, the sun's breaking out. I bet it's going to be a little better.
Let's see what it looks like.
Nope.
Well,
Really?
still socked in.
Oh,
Wow.
'cause the sun, I can see the sun outside.
Yep.
The days are getting a little shorter, boys.
Boy, they are. Wow.
Wow.
Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Time for a break. Be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
If you want the best breakfast
We're back with Monday Morning Business Spotlight. This morning we've got Mr. John Connor.
Heavy on the Mr.
Heavy on that Mr. From Connor Family Funeral Home and High Country Motors and several other entities. But we're going to talk about the funeral home and High Country here in just a little bit. John, what I normally like to do on this show is let people know who they deal with, who you are. The reason we have this show is to bring back a little focus on the local businesses that we've got in Mountain Home, Baxter, and Marion County, and in the viewing area. And that's why I've asked you to come join us this morning, so we know what you're all about. So, how long have you lived in this area?
Actually, my father retired from the military here back in 1976, and so I claim to be a native. I think I've been here long enough that I certainly have watched the Walmart move a time or two, and so this is, being in the military, we moved so much that this is home for me and where we always come back to once we go off to school and things. And my dad was a funeral director and worked here locally, and I kind of followed into his footsteps. So upon graduation, I went on to mortuary school, and I had met a beautiful young lady in the 8th grade, actually, that I proposed to then and told her I was going to marry her someday, and she thought I was crazy, but she is the former Jackie Kellum, and she's a native. And so she's been here all of her life and was actually born in the small town of Calico, but all of her schooling was here locally. So our roots in Mountain Home run pretty deep, and we've attended the Mountain Home schools, and it's hard to believe, but my next birthday I'll be turning 55, and it's kind of a reality check for me that I've gotten to that point, and so we're to the point where we're kind of looking to what's retirement going to hold for us. So we've kind of had our hands in a little bit of everything in Mountain Home, and we love Mountain Home, and anytime we've opened up our business, we've always looked at it that we're in it for the long haul and that we're here to stay and not just pack up and run.
What brought your dad, being military, what brought your dad to the Twin Lakes area?
Actually, he had started in Little Rock with the funeral homes, and they offered him an opportunity to come up and be manager in the Mountain Home area. So that's what brought us up here, and I think like most people, we actually had just, his home is just across the border in Alton, Missouri, where he was born and raised, and it was a chance for him to become closer to that area. And of course, who wouldn't jump at the chance to come and be up here close to the lakes and the school systems, and everything was so good. And so he actually passed away. I was living in Yellville at the time, but I can truly say that this was home to him.
What year did you graduate high school?
In 1983.
1983.
That was the year that I believe then Governor Bill Clinton came and spoke to the graduating class. So that's been many, many years ago.
And you and your wife have a few business entities here, and the one we'll talk about first this morning is the funeral home.
Well, the funeral business, like I say, I'm second generation. And so I originally started out, and we were married in Little Rock and spent probably the first 8-9 years of our married life down there. And then we had an opportunity to come back home, and so we jumped on it. And I spent the next close to 10 years managing a funeral home here. And I'm a thinker. I constantly think, and I start something. I always learn it from the inside out, and I've always got these ideals, and finally the chance came for me to kind of dabble in something different, and so I ended up in the car business, and originally started selling cars. At the time was Norcross Ford, and I actually took a little retirement, I guess you could say, from the funeral home for close to 10 years, and then I had a young man who had went to school who was very close to us approach us about the need for another funeral home. And through those 10 years, I guess, being a civilian out of the business, you hear and see a lot of things, and people would constantly come and ask me my advice and questions. And I just told Jackie one day, I said, you know, there's alternatives that I think that we could make a go of it here. So 9 years ago, last September, we found a property, and it was just like it was custom fit for us, and our whole idea was to make a change that we would make it a little more relaxing experience, and we would listen a little more to what the general public was asking for. And so we just wanted a good home atmosphere, a family atmosphere, and so we opened up Connor Hankins Funeral Home with a young man who joined in with us. And as he was a young man and young family, he had a desire to go into the ministry, and he was just kind of leaning away from the funeral home, and he eventually moved back home down around Russellville area. And so at that time, Jackie just stepped in and took over as the one running the funeral home. She's the one that is there every day, and then I stay at our car lot and run it. And basically what I tell folks when I get up in the morning, she tells me where I need to go and what I need to do that day. So I'm very blessed that I've had a wife who's not only my friend, but she's my business partner, who we work together. And when people hear that, they just kind of shudder and think, how did you do it? And I said, well, we just naturally click. And where I may be off in one corner, she's off in the other, so we just kind of pull one another back until it's where we've made very good business decisions, and we've managed to run both businesses successfully, and we formed a good team that takes really, really good care of us. So,
Has Connor Family Funeral Homes has always been in the same location?
Yes, we bought the building that we were in. It was a little gift shop, and believe it or not, it was just one big empty room, and so we literally took painter's tape and put down on the floor and laid out our rooms. And the engineers, nothing against engineers, but they came to us and said, no, you got to have a blueprint. And I said, no blueprint. And he
just
said, well,
blue tape.
You can't just put it out on a paper bag. And I said, well, that's exactly what we've done. And that's how it came about. And most of that work was done inside by us and a few friends who jumped in and helped us. And I'm so proud with Jackie's ability to decorate and plan those things. She's always been the visionary of seeing things through. I look at a piece of land, I just see shrubs and weeds and everything else. She sees a house sitting there and those type things. So that's where we kind of complement one another. And starting a funeral home is very expensive. Everything is specialized in the way of equipment, and when we opened the doors, we wanted to be a not compromise the service, but we wanted it to be more affordable. We could see happening that the funeral industry was changing. It was changing before I left it at the first time, and I think that a lot of funeral homes were scared because they mentioned that word cremation, and that was something that they were battling. It was almost as if it was a dirty word if it was mentioned, and we looked at it differently, that everybody has a right to be educated and that's their choice, and so we kind of grasped onto that ideal. We don't wear the suit and ties every day. We wear the shirts like I've got on, and unless we have a service, and then we have our suit and ties and things like that on. So
what's the phone number over there?
It's 425-34, well, let me look here to make sure I tell you right. 425-3353.
And that address over there?
It's at 2833 Highway 62 West.
We've got to take a quick break. We'll come back with John Connor Family Funeral Home and Cremation Society. Correct?
Yes, sir.
We're out.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
I was involved in a wreck on the interstate. A friend and I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, and I was in excruciating pain. I started the chiropractor care along with the massage therapy, and it has totally transformed my world. With God's help and the help of them, I have totally got my life back together, and I'm free of pain medicine, and I'm so grateful that I am where I need to be today.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. There she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Why would
We're back live with John Connor from Connor Family Funeral Home and Cremation Center.
There you go.
But now we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk about High Country Motors, which is another entity of the Connor family, and it's located on Highway 62 West. And talk to us about that.
Well, it's kind of an odd thing that the car business came into my life. Jackie says it's the best thing that we did because I was a car nut, and I like to trade every 6 months, and it was getting to where it was pretty costly. And so whenever I decided that I needed to try something different, I went and tried car sales, and I really enjoyed it. I asked a lot of questions, and back then, when Norcross owned the Ford lot, then I worked with Joe and Randy, and I just gathered all the information that I could get from them. And so the opportunity come when the Ford lot changed hands, that I went to work at High Country, and it was owned by an older car dealer from Memphis, Tennessee. And he was quite a character, and he was that old-time car dealer that used to have the salvage yard right next to the car dealership, and he was from Hughes, Arkansas, and so he had the strong Memphis accent, and used to love to stop over there and get hog head cheese and all the southern things. And he taught me a lot about the car business, and as he was getting older, he needed to move closer to his daughter, and one day he said, "Are you interested in taking this lot?" And I kind of had an interest, and so that's how we came about, and that was in 2005. And so I hit the ground running. I knew very little about auctions and car buying other than what I just picked up and watched, and you kind of learn as you go. I had a young man working for me at the time that it was just him and I, and I would buy them, he'd clean them up and sell them, and we just kept the road hot for 4 or 5 years and just built the business up until we're not classified as a real large car dealership, but each car we actually hand pick, and we get to the sale early to look the cars over and kind of go through them and make sure that we're buying a good quality vehicle. I will say it's not a perfect science. I've learned a lot by it, and I've learned a lot about you have to have a pretty tough skin there, because the name of or just the title of used car salesman sometimes is not the best title to have. But I made agreement with our people that when we sell one, we don't ever want to be afraid to see that person in the grocery store and ask them how their car is doing, and we get a large repeat customer base that come back to us all the time. And cars have gotten so expensive that we try to stay in that price range that those who are the hard-working individuals that can order or actually afford a $50,000-$60,000 vehicle, they have an alternative there that it's new to them, but it may have a few miles or a few nicks and things on them. And I tell everyone I've not owned a new car in probably 20 plus years. So it's a fun business. It does have its times that it kind of gets slow and we kind of just stumble all over one another. And one saying that I was taught a long time ago was, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. So I'm glad to say that we've lasted several car lots that have popped up on the street corners, and they're there for 6 months to a year and they disappear. We pride ourselves on longevity, selling a good product, and something that a person can come back to and they're ready to buy another one.
What's the phone number there?
It's 424-3488. Now I know that number because that's where I'm at every day.
And what's the address there?
It's 1354 Highway 62 West in Mountain Home.
Located right next to the old Holiday Inn, which
Old
is now
Holiday
the
Inn,
River.
River Rock Inn, and we're kind of catty-cornered across from Gilbert Realty in that area.
I want to shift gears on you one more time and talk about something that I've noticed that you and Miss Jackie have been doing for a number of years, and that's foreign exchange students.
Yes, sir. Jackie and I have not had any children of our own, and that was by our choice. And it was kind of odd. We had a little puppy dog that we just thought like it was our own, and she passed away, and we were sitting there kind of sniffling one evening, and I just happened across Facebook on an international exchange program, and I told Jackie, I said, let's inquire about that. I've always been interested in it. And so we sent a message in, and almost 2 weeks later we had our first exchange student show up on our doorstep. He was from Belgium, and the next day we had a young man come from Venezuela, and it had just turned our life upside down, and we have learned so much, and we are now on our 12th exchange child. And incidentally, this last weekend we had a situation come up where there were two young men who were not able to stay at the host home they were at and were needing to be relocated. So as a temporary, and I say temporary, that we're looking for a home for them. One young man is from Mexico and one is from Brazil. And so right now we have 4 exchange kids plus one that we claim as our own that is going to college over into Harrison. So anybody who ever wants to try the exchange program, I highly encourage it.
And how long have you been doing that?
We started, I would say, is about 6 years ago. We've always done doubles because we don't have children of our own, and it's better if they have a host brother in the house with them. And so we've always we've done boys because Jackie says it's easier for me to adjust to boys than me trying to adjust to girls, and that she can understand boys, and me, I have a tendency not to always understand why girls cry. So,
and these students that come from the various countries, the ones that I have met and seen out in the public, very well mannered, very well behaved, good students in the school system, good athletes at that. And if you have an interest in doing that, where can they contact or get some more information?
Just
about
get a
that?
hold of Jackie and I, and we'll get you in touch with a coordinator in our area who can explain the ins and outs. But it's probably best that you hear it from us because
you've been on the ins and outs.
Yes, we get no compensation for that. All of our is just time that we volunteer, and we have to provide food and shelter, and of course we spoil ours probably a little more than what we should, but we're out to learn from them, but also they teach us a whole lot about the world, and you suddenly realize it's not as big as we think it is.
These students that are needing a host home right now, what age group are they in?
Right now, the boys are 16 and 17.
16 and 17.
Yeah, and they are very, very smart young men and well behaved. And one thing is treat them as they're your own, and don't treat them as a visitor. That's the secret.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming. We need to wrap it up for the day. We have to go.